Chapter. Much. Jesus.
Okay. Now we have a bit of a delay, so. See, the reason I like to sit over there is because my mouse is over there.
Oh, okay.
But never mind.
I can move if you want.
Well, no, you want to sit here, so. Fine, I'll just make do.
Well, I don't care. You can sit here if you want. You fucking retard.
Look who's talking. Hi, Donna. Pull the chair out from under me. Why don't you?
Well, I thought you wanted this chair. I like this chair
Just
better.
sit in that chair. Just sit there and shut up, for God's sakes. Cripes. Now I don't know. Hi, Donna. We're running into last-minute technical difficulties on here. So can you see us and hear us okay? Let us know, because I'm using new technology and I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura. Well, is that any different than any other time?
What? Yeah, well,
yeah.
Oh, Donna says she can hear us. Hi, Eileen. Or Eileen. I guess it would be Eileen. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Hi, Laura. Laura number 2. So, yeah, we're giving everybody a few more seconds to get in here. Hopefully you can see us, and I look like I'm looking all over the place. Jeannie, hi, Jeannie. Hopefully you can see us and hear us, because I'm using completely different software to try something. I'm using OBS, and I just got a new webcam as well, but I'm not using that today because at the last minute I was having some problems and I decided to go back to what I've been working with all day or all week to get this set up, because we want to do something a little special, switching cameras and things. So Laura says yes, she can see and hear us as well. Okay, so I guess that is a good thing. So still not the best of setups in the world as far as the way we're sitting, but I guess it's going to have to do. You don't know where to look. You guys can't see this from your point of view, but we're looking at us in 2 spots. We're looking at us from what's on the screen on the laptop, and on the monitor above we're watching what YouTube is seeing, and there's a delay between the two, and it's really weird. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Anita. Hi, Billy. Okay, so anyways, bear with us today. I'm hoping that the technology will work out okay, and we'll carry on from there. Okay, so let's jump right in. I hope everybody's well, and everybody's getting their shots and things like that. We got our shots this week.
First ones.
Our first one. Hi, Ann. Hi, Virginia. Yeah, we got the first shot. We have the AstraZeneca is the one that we got. And the next one is anybody's guess. Looks like we may be getting that one in 4 months' time. They didn't give us an exact date. It depends on the supply, I guess. Our supply here in Canada is not so good. And yeah, we're also in stay-at-home orders, commands right now. So it's locked down, but they decided to lock down the whole province, yes, as they should have. Hi, Ann. And yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I got the first shot. We had some reactions to them, not severe. I mean, I felt a little tired. My arm was a little sore. And I kind of had a little mild body aches. What about you?
The first night I had some mild fever.
Hi, Wendy.
And it was a little achy in bed. And then the next day I was a little bit tired still, but the achy went away and the fever went away. And so basically about a day and a half, and then I felt normal again after that. But I wasn't really like sick. Like, it wasn't like
No.
Like, it was just, it's sort of there.
Yeah. Hi, Wendy. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, so what? I mean, it's better than the alternative, right? Hi, Andy. So yeah, we were waiting around for the second shot and whatnot. We registered. We did it through pharmacies, and we registered at 4 different pharmacies. You know, playing the odds here, and actually they got to us pretty quick. I was surprised. It was fairly efficient, although you got a thing from the government saying you've had the shot, and I never got one.
Yeah, and they told me at the pharmacy I was supposed to get one. So, but unless maybe they spelled your name wrong or something like that. I don't know.
Well, when I first went in, I don't know if I told you that, but she was shuffling through some papers. The person, the pharmacist or whatever, it looked like she couldn't find me, and then I saw it was sitting right there, and then she picked it up, and then she leafed through some others and reorganized her papers again. But she did show me the sheet of paper. It had my name on it, and I think, did I have to sign that? I don't know if we.
I don't think I
can't
signed anything.
But she did. She signed something on it, and I got a sticker on the thing that told us to wait, that said I've had the first shot and what it was and what date and who did it.
Technically, you're supposed to be registered at the other thing is supposed to be an indication that it's been registered on your OPIP card that you had the first shot.
Well, I haven't gotten anything. And
well, I'd keep that other piece of paper.
Well, I have it. Sure. Yeah, I'm keeping it, but I haven't got anything else from them. So, well, just typical the way our government runs everything. Laura says she'll be waiting a long time for her shot. Why is that?
Just your age?
Laura, is it the age group you fall into? Or however they're doing it? I'm not sure where you are, Laura. Are you in Canada or are you in the States? Cheryl got her second shot in February. Michigan is now vaccinating everyone 16 years old. Yeah, the Americans are ahead in all of this. There's something ironic about that, but I'm not going to get into it. I think most people can figure that out why. So anyways, yeah, we've had the first shot, so that's a good thing. But, you know, a lot of people are thinking that once they've had one shot that they're immune, and they're starting to make plans and they're starting to congregate again. Our numbers are so far up. Yeah, Laura's in Guelph. Okay. Oh, 40. Okay, that's why. Yeah. Oh, you're just a kid, Laura. Really. I hardly remember what it was like to be 40. Yep, new president for you guys, which if it had been the old one, this wouldn't have been happening, would it? But anyways, what was I saying? Lost my train of thought when I saw that Laura got hers. Oh yeah. People are not. They've had to put us down into a stay-at-home order, and I'm wondering how many people are obeying that. That means everything is shut down. They have curbside pickup at some places. You can go to a grocery store. They're supposed to have, 25% capacity. Someone's supposed to be monitoring it. One good thing they did was they shut down the big box stores. All they can open up for is essential items like food. That's it. Which is a good thing, because the number of people that were hanging out at the Costco on any given day, and Costco was not doing a heck of a lot to regulate the number of people coming in. Or once you got in there, it was a free-for-all. It was like, they had somebody with a cart that said, this is 2 meters apart or whatever, kind of a thing. Well, no one was paying any attention to that. They were everywhere. So, yeah, I think it's a good thing that...
Laura Nicholson, if you're over 55 or over, you can get a shot at one of the drugstores.
Yeah. You have to go online and register for it.
Either that or Level Drugs in Oshawa, you can go online and actually book an appointment. But they keep running out, and you have to recheck all the time to make sure you can get in.
Yeah. Hi, Judy. Glad you're able to make it today. Welcome. You're a new person.
Well, 53, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
you're sort of like us. We're 63, so
yeah.
You can't get into the 65 category.
Yeah. Well, they didn't shut the big box stores down here either, Nita. In fact, what they did was they had, you had to wear a mask, you had to sanitize, you're supposed to stay 2 meters apart. They had you line up in pre-marked, socially distanced areas and everything to go in. But the whole store was open. Now what they've done is they've left them open, but they have to bar off all their other stuff that isn't an essential item, like the food stuff.
Like food, toilet paper, and pharmacy items. all the clothing and anything else is not considered essential.
Yeah.
Is blocked off, and they have to do the same at Walmart as well. So
Yeah. So anyways, that's a good thing this time because people will go where they want to go. And our numbers are over 4,000 a day. I'm not sure what they were today.
they were for about 4,500 today,
Oh, even higher. A day now in our province.
which is the
Hi, Mary.
highest it's been for the entire pandemic. So.
Yeah. So our government, like, too little, too late kind of a thing. They've just been idiots with this whole thing.
Well, and of course, they let everybody, they didn't block everything off until just after Easter. Even though, like, they were telling people not to gather, like, people were hitting the grocery stores and stocking up for Easter. So that would indicate to me that they were gathering. So.
Yeah. Well, Cheryl says Michigan's over 7,000 a day. Designing Jay. Hi, Designing Jay. Hi from West Virginia. Oh, it's Joanna. Hi, Joanna. Designing Jay. Okay, I get it. All right. All these nicknames, you know. Try to remember what it is. DJ. Yeah, she's a DJ. Yeah, it's Joanna. Well, anyways, I guess we're on the, I think it's from spring break. Virginia says, well, yeah, apparently we saw, didn't you see something about?
Yeah, I think with Florida, they had a lot of kids come down for spring break, and they were shutting down the beaches because of it. So.
Just crazy. The young people, well, I've said this from day
Well,
one. The young people, you know, they feel that they're invulnerable. Well,
a couple of big universities in Canada, in the London area, got hit really bad.
Because the kids were out partying again, and not, you know, I don't know how you get it through their heads. How do you get it through anybody's head that doesn't want to accept the fact that this is what it is?
As soon as somebody gets sick that they know, then that's the time they'll get.
Yeah, well, but then it's too late.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and maybe it's not so much the people that they might know someone that gets it. It's if they're asymptomatic or whatever, they're out there spreading it amongst, you know, they're not taking any social responsibility.
Just realize West Virginia has my initials.
Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, like, let the bells ring and the banners fly. Oh, my God. The same initials. Oh, that's just fantastic. Jeez, there are days. Yeah, so anyways, we've had the first shot, so we're on the road, but it's still going to be a long road. And who knows? You know, I'm still a little worried about these other, and they call them variants of interest or variants of concern. Like, it's like a person of interest, the cops say when they're looking for somebody or whatever. I mean,
VOC.
I don't know why they can't call things what they are. Yeah, we've got mutated strands of this stuff, and they're deadly. Okay? Anita says, I stand correct, Ohio was 1,900 today, going up. Yeah. And, you know, I think they're going up because people are now figure, oh, well, you know, people are getting immunized, so I have less chance of catching it or whatever. That is okay because Stephen gets South Dakota. But I'm not SD, I'm SB. Nice try, Wendy. My last name doesn't start with a D. Virginia, well, I was VW before getting married. Okay, see what you started.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see how many things we can spell our names with here, okay? That's okay, Wendy. Actually, my father, for years when I was a little kid, used to call me Seb. And I could never figure it out. And then finally it dawned on me one day. My middle name starts with an E. So S-E-B. Seb. My father thought that was hilarious, calling me Seb. Hi, Cindy. So anyways, so speaking of family, let's get off COVID, shall we? Speaking of family, well, my mother's confused. Nothing new there. I got a phone call last week. This past Tuesday. God, I have a hard time keeping track of time anymore. I don't know if that's shut down or just age. Don't say it, because you want to. So, I was supposed to have a FaceTime with my mother last Tuesday. But we got the call to go in and get our vaccination. And the time was exactly the same time as when I talked to my mother on FaceTime. So I canceled that appointment with my mother. You do it all online. And I rescheduled it for the next day. So for the Wednesday. So anyways, when we got home after the shot and that in the afternoon, I got a call from my mother's nursing home from one of the staff there in administration. And you see, they're getting them ready now and geared up for the big move from the home she's in now to the brand new one. And that's supposed to happen sometime towards the end of this month, if all goes well. And of course, there's paperwork. Now, my mother is listed as being able to make her own decisions, and she can. Will she? That's a different story. No, she usually tells them, oh, well, I don't know. You'll need to talk to Stephen about that. He looks after everything. Fine. Yeah, I do. I have power of attorney. Fine. But, you see, that confuses them over there because it says on her forms that she can make the decisions for herself. So they're, being extra vigilant and, trying to make sure, that a family member isn't doing something corrupt. Okay? Because you hear horror stories like that. Now, I'm in contact enough with my mother, and they know that I don't think they have any worries, but they still, it's their protocol. Fine. So she said, they went with the paperwork for my mother to sign, which also removed her from the waiting list. She's been on a waiting list for a nursing home since she got into this one. I never removed her from that because in the early stages of this game, the one she really wanted to be was the top choice. She didn't get her top choice. But she has settled in. This place has turned out to be really good. And now that they have a brand new facility, even better. But my mother always has in the back of the head that she wants to go to this other one because it's in the town where, I grew up.
And plus, she knew somebody that really liked it.
Mm-hmm. Somebody from the church, or something like that.
Or it had a prestigious reputation or something.
Well, I don't know if it had a prestigious reputation. I mean, it was newer because the old one they tore down, and they just put this other one up a couple of years ago, and it is very, very nice.
And it also was close to her church.
Yeah, it's right next door to the church.
But
she wasn't going to the church anymore. She can't. She can't walk. Okay, but these are the things that go through my mother's head. So, anyways, she said, maybe you need to explain to your mother this. I says, I've explained to my mother every time I'm on the phone about this. I said, my mother does not have any trouble understanding. She knows what's going on and all of this stuff. I said, but I was going to talk to her today, on Tuesday. I said, we got our shots. I changed it to the next day. So I'll be talking to her tomorrow. And she says, do you mind if I'm in on that call? And I says, no, it's fine. Basically, I said, I will talk to my mother again about all of this. And I said, if you're there, then you can hear how she, said. She says, well, that's why I want to be there. Okay, fine. I said, I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. So the next day, I did a FaceTime with Mom, and I said, Mom, apparently you're a little confused. Well, no. That's how she answers. Well, no. Oh, I said, well, they seem to think you're confused about this whole move from this place to the new place and the waiting list and everything. And I said, I've been over this with you several times. So what is it that you don't understand? No, I understand it. I get it. And I said, so you understand, Mom, that I'm taking you off the waiting list because you'll never get into those places and there's no need for you to go in there now. I said, do you like where you are now in terms of, how the staff treat you and everything? Well, yeah, it's been fine. And I said, and now you're going to move into a brand new nursing home. You're going to be in a private room. No one has ever been in that room before. You're the first. So it's going to have that new nursing home smell, which I don't know, fresh diapers, something like that with it. And, it's going to be great. Because I've already gone over the layout with her, how it's much nicer than what she's in now and all that kind of stuff. She says, yeah, I know that. Well, then I said, why do they think that you're confused? Well, I don't know. I said, fine. Now, I said, this staff person, Jennifer, I think was her name, was supposed to be in that meeting. And I didn't see her or hear her, so I kind of say, so is Jennifer there? My mother goes, no, there's just whoever. And so I talked to whoever and said, well, Jennifer was supposed to be in on this meeting because she, when talking about this stuff. She says, oh, she knew about it? And I said, yeah, she wrote it down. She told me she was writing down the time, 11:15 Wednesday. She says, oh, okay, I'll check. Came back a couple of minutes later and told me, oh, Jennifer's not in today. She's off sick. Okay, it happens. So I said, okay, that's fine. I said, well, you've been standing there. I said, well, I've been having this conversation with my mother. Can you relay the message of, the gist of it? She says, oh, yeah, no problem. She could do that. She'd tell Jennifer and let her know. She says, and Jennifer will probably contact you again. And I said, yeah, probably about it. So anyways, that's where we left it. So the next day, I got a call from Jennifer, apologizing profusely. She had a family emergency. That's why she wasn't in. Okay, I said, well, these things happen. Not a big problem. I said, I went over it with my mother again. I said, did they tell you that? No. I got a little angry at that point. I says, Jennifer, I've had this problem before. My messages do not get relayed to the people they need to be relayed to. Oh, I'm sorry about that. And I just left it at that. It's going to say, sorry doesn't work for me. You're the one that wanted to be in on this FaceTime call with my mother and the whole bit.
I mean, if she was going to be off, she could have at least knew that she wasn't going to be there. She could have appointed somebody else to come.
Yeah, she could have. She said she wrote it down, the whole bit. Like, she's an administrator. So, administrate. So I'm a little ticked off at that. But anyways, I think it's all cleared up. I did tell her I'll be talking to my mother again at 11 o'clock this coming Tuesday. If you happen to you want to be in on that one too. So I don't know. But anyways, it's always something. With my mother, it's always something. But anyways, the way my mother is with me and the way she is with the staff, and even the way she is with my sister, all different personalities. You'd almost think she was, schizophrenic. Maybe she is. I don't know. But anyways, I'll be glad when she does physically get moved into the new place, because it is nice. Well, we haven't been in it, but it looks nice from the outside.
The layout looks
We've
good
seen
too,
floor plans for it, and it follows the modern way of doing nursing homes now. Smaller eating areas, smaller number of people in an eating area.
The home's divided into separate smaller units so that there's only like 30 people to a unit or whatever.
And each unit has all the facilities itself contained and everything, which will be nice too. It'll be more like living in, a retirement residence kind of setting, I think, for her. So yeah, I need it. It should be very nice for her mother. Mind you, knowing my mother, she will find lots of things to complain about. But I'm prepared for that because that always my mother. Happens. That always happens. That's just, if my mother wasn't complaining about something, she wouldn't be happy.
When my mom needed to go to a nursing home, we got her into. Actually, we were fortunate at that. We were able to get her into one that was newly built, and actually it was just an extension of an existing home, and had a good reputation, and it was very nice.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got her in there, my one sister started complaining about the place and didn't like it and everything else, and made a big stink about it. And what really killed me is she refused to go around. That sister refused to go around with me to look at the nursing homes, and she says, "Oh, just put her in any one; it'll be okay." That's what she said to me.
Yeah, well, we know what she's like. One thing I'm lucky about, my sister does not give me any grief for that matter on that. I mean, she occasionally buys my mother stupid gifts that die, usually plants, because my mother doesn't water anything. She has servants for that, and they don't water them either. So, but anyways, I've never had any problems with my sister, and my brother hasn't got a clue what's going on because he's out in BC and he doesn't ask.
He doesn't ask, yeah.
So anyways. So let's move off my mother. What are you working on?
Still the same thing, the coat. We're up to the sleeves now. We haven't attached them yet.
Well, you got all that fabric the other day.
Yeah, I did. I bought a bunch. Actually, there was the store that I got the fabric from for my coat had a big sale on because and like the fabric that I had that they had on sale was the more heavier winter style fabric. So I got that. Plus, on top of that, on top of the price that was on sale, they took another 25% off.
Oh, you just lucked right out, didn't you?
So I sort of ordered a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I ordered quite a bit actually.
Yeah, it seemed like one day this past week that every time the doorbell with a new delivery came, it was all for Walter. I mean, plus he got,
That's usually you.
plus you got clothes. Oh, I don't know. Let's see, you got 2 orders of fabric and you got those new boots.
Oh, yeah, 2 orders.
Yeah, nice move on his part. This thing comes this morning to the door from Mark's Work Warehouse, and I said to him, "Did you order hiking boots?" "Yeah." "Well, thanks for letting me know you were ordering those. So we go out for a walk in one of the conservation areas now. I'll be up to my neck in mud, and he'll just stand there and laugh.
Well,
Look,
no.
I've got hiking boots. I'm fine."
I ordered them because one, I wanted a pair, and the other thing is that I was a little iffy about ordering online because I wasn't sure if I would be able to get my size properly. So I ordered a size. It's kind of hard to describe, but I ordered a size I don't normally order, and I wasn't sure if they would fit, but it turns out they fit. So.
He's got little feet. He needs size 7s. I have little feet too. I need size 7. There you go. We can both wear one boot each, and we'll just
Well, maybe you could try on the pair that I got today, and you can see if they fit you.
Yeah, but you said it took 2 weeks to get them.
Pretty much.
By then the mud will be worn up. I don't know, maybe. Well, okay. Yeah, I should try them on though and see. But you said they came from BC.
Yeah, they did well, but because the size of shoe that I need, practically nobody carries, or nobody has in stock half the time.
Well, you know what to say about men with small feet. Huge brains. Yeah. But there's always an exception. So is that all you've been working on?
Yeah, and I still have that shirt. I have another shirt cut out, but I have to sew it together. So.
And how many of these shirts you're making are for me?
Any kind.
Huh?
Um,
I said, how many shirts are for me?
I don't know. How many do you want?
I want a wardrobe full. Yeah, I want. Andy says I get hiking boots one size larger so I can wear thick socks. Great for winter. I guess. I don't know.
Actually, I don't bother getting. I like. These aren't actually boots. They're shoes. They're like a running shoe. Because I don't really want thick hiking boots. And I doubt I'll do too much hiking in the winter, so. Yeah,
we're such great hikers. I mean, my idea of hiking is going to the mall and taking the escalator.
Somebody wants to see my coat. Yeah, I'd have to run upstairs and get it.
Well,
but it's not really done. All it is has no arms in it.
Well, we'll get it and show it. Mary wants to see. Okay, we just have to. It's a major shift here, Mary, to do this around. Anyways, while he's getting that, I can tell you what I've been working on. So I decided to. I needed a new spring table runner for my dining room table. The one I've got on there right now is in dark colors. It's blacks and grays, and it's sort of a Dresden style thing that I did in the hoop. You've seen it. I've shown it to you many times before in the past. I just thought something bright and cheerful would be nice, so I've done that. It's finished. I did some free motion quilting on it. Joanne, you'll be happy with me about that, in Virginia. But yeah, I'll be showing that tomorrow on my vlog. So that's something to look at. And I'm about to start quilting that quilt I showed you a couple of weeks ago that I got the top done, the carpenter's wheel one. Well, I've got it all laid out in the rec room now. I have it all basted, the layers all basted down. I use spray basting, but I also have done a combination of pins on this one because I have never done pins on those kind of things before. So I'm trying that just to hope to keep it from, I can keep away from the tucks. Oh, have you got your, okay, here's your coat. Here's Walter's coat.
Yeah, that's the front, then the pockets are done. We don't have any buttons on them yet. And I have the top done. And then, yes, we did the sleeves, but we haven't set it in yet. So I haven't set the sleeves in yet. Tomorrow's class will be putting zipper in. So
Okay. So it's coming along. It looks pretty good. So the new fabrics that he's bought.
that's a sleeve.
No, there's a sleeve. Okay. Anyways, Anita says, wonderful job. Jeannie made a table cover for me using fabric she used to make a quilt for my granddaughter. Yeah, I've thought about making a tablecloth too myself at some point in time, but haven't done that yet. Anita wants to know, does it have a lining?
Well,
Your
the
coat.
the coat will have a lining. Yeah, I have a gray paisley satin fabric to go for the inside of the coat.
And Andy says double stitching looks good. I guess it means the top stitching.
The top stitching.
Yeah, I can't sew clothing either, Ann, and I don't want to learn how. Oh, hi, Dana. Didn't see you slip in there. And Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. So, anyways, that's what I've been up to. Plus, I've been making some more 3D things, but I'm going to talk about those tomorrow and whatnot. In fact, the 3D printer's working over on the one side over there as we speak. When isn't it running? I can tell you that. Okay, so what else? Okay, just before we get into our main little thing today, that's going to involve more of the technology. So Chatty, this week we did the M7, the Continental M7. We talked about it. Now, I tried some things with technology on that one too, and I'm not overly pleased with the quality of the video. I was using OBS to record it so I could switch cameras, and it's okay, but I could have done a better job. But always learning, you know, keep playing with the technology. Today I bought a new camera that's supposed to be meant for streaming, and actually I had it on here earlier, and it does make a little clearer picture in the whole bit. But the problem was I was trying to plug in and unplug all kinds of things on the side of my computer, and I was screwing up everything I'd already preset up for today, so I just went back to square one with that. So maybe next week I'll get it up. Oh yeah, and we had Craft and Chat this past week as well. We didn't have a lot of people, but it's not quantity, it's quality. Ironically though, I'm going to have to bug her about it. Those of you that were on the sewing retreat, the Idiot Quilter retreat, will know who I'm talking about. Donna, who works at Ultimate Sewing. She was the hostess with the mostest who took us on the virtual tour of the store and everything and talked about sewing machines. And Donna's a hoot. But Donna said to me about a week and a half ago or something, she was sitting waiting for Craft and Chat to start, and she says nothing happened. And then she says, I looked at the calendar, because it's always the first Wednesday of the month. Well, she was on there on the last Wednesday of March, and March fell on, it was 31 days in March, so that's why she got it mixed up. But she said, oh, she'd be there then for the next one on the week, and I went over the date with her and the whole bit. I even sent her the link to it as a private email message and the whole bit, so she'd be there. She wasn't there.
So I wonder, because that was the day before we got our COVID shot. Remember, on the weekend we went into the store or whatever, and she said that she was on the waiting list at Costco, and we got called for Costco at the same time. So
well, maybe she got her call for the thing, but I don't know. We'll see. It's been a point of, this isn't the first time. She keeps getting the dates mixed up, so it's just a continuing part of a bit of a running joke. Anyway, so we had Craft and Chat, and things worked out there and everything. We got a lot of stuff done. It's just pleasant. So those of you that haven't joined us, you know, if you're not working or something like that, check out the next one. Will be May the something, whatever the first Wednesday in May is. I think it might be the 4th. No, it's the 5th. That's right, because May 4th be with you is on the Tuesday. The May the 5th is the Wednesday. So the next one's May the 5th. If you're interested, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I heard you grunt. Does that mean you want to say
that was supposed to be my haircut, my next haircut?
Yeah, well,
I have my doubts. I
can cut it for you.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Well, I have threatened to just
Yeah, well,
dross.
well, you don't do that now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, what about you? You got that bald spot in the back.
I don't have a bald spot. That is just where my hair just naturally has. I have a double crown. I'm just not a queen. I'm the whole damn royal court.
Cinco de Mayo and Anita's birthday.
Oh, that's right. Yes, it's Anita's birthday that day. Yeah. I wrote that down actually. Shh, don't say anything. She might hear. No, she can't see us now. She can't see us now. Okay, so talked about that. Told you about the stay at home. What are we watching? We just watched a very interesting movie, which I don't think I would have watched unless Walter had insisted on it. No, it's not. It's not Anita's birthday. It's Andy's birthday, right? It's Andy's birthday on that day. Oh, it's Billy's too. Okay, well, you got to show up that day so we can celebrate.
How was Easter dinner? Well, pizza was great.
Yeah, the pizza was great. That's what we did for Easter. Actually, we cooked a ham the next day, kind of a thing. But when there's only the two of us, like, whatever. So what I was going to say is we watched this movie. I thought it was animated, but it isn't animated. It has a lot of computer generated graphics in it, and I think it's based on a Japanese graphic novel, I think, from the 90s, and it was called Attila or Attila?
Yeah.
Attila?
Alita.
Oh, Attila. That's a totally different character. Yeah, something about being hung. Attila the Hung.
That was pretty good.
Hung. Yeah, it was good actually. It was.
I know it played in the theater about a year ago.
It was good. It was worth watching.
We had a fruit pie.
Yeah.
And I had a little bit. Well, okay. Normally when I make a fruit pie, I made one from. There was apples in it, and I used some frozen fruit to make it. Normally, what happens when I make a fruit pie is I haven't used the right kind of thickener in it, and it tends to, or I use flour or something, and it tends to get, because
juicy.
It's so juicy,
very juicy,
runny, and you cut into the pie and it runs all over the place, right? So.
Crust is always good.
A while back, I talked to a lady that we know that's a baker, and she said try using tapioca for thickening, right? So I printed off this list about a guide on how much tapioca to use, right? So I went by the guide for the tapioca, and I thought it was kind of an awful lot to add, but anyway, I added it, and it became the other extreme.
You can blow a bubble in it.
Completely gelatinous.
You can blow a bubble.
It doesn't move to the point where it's pretty solid. So it tasted okay, but it was a little bit too solid for my liking. So I'll have to cut down on the tapioca for the next one.
Yeah. Anyways, the crust was delicious. Absolutely delicious crust. He makes a great pie crust. But anyways, yep, so that was good. We haven't been watching much of anything else, and you haven't been doing much more cooking than...
Yeah, actually, I might try cornstarch next time as well. But see, normally I don't usually make a fruit pie. If I make a fruit pie, it's usually just an apple pie. And that doesn't usually take that much thickener, so...
But anyways, that's about it. So, I asked last week or that, I said, okay, what are we going to talk about on these lives? And I got some suggestions. Actually, I didn't get that many suggestions, but I got one suggestion. So if you have other suggestions, send them to me as a comment or by email. But one of them was that someone said they wanted to see the area that we live in. Now, the area that we live in is called Oshawa, Ontario. What we're famous for in Oshawa is what used to be, well, it's still there, but not to the size it used to be. We make GM cars. The GM Canada headquarters is in Oshawa, and their major plant is in Oshawa. And it used to employ at one time at its heights probably, 5,000 people or something?
No, actually there were 40,000 people employed.
Oh, was it 40,000?
Yeah. And then over the years it whittled down to about 2,500 the last couple of years, and the plant actually pretty much closed down last year. and they've revived it a bit now that they've got. They're supposedly making a car testing facility for what do you call it? Electric cars.
Yeah.
So
now it's like way under 2,000 people that work for it and the whole bit. Now, this used to be the major economic influx, or to our economy in Oshawa. It isn't that way anymore. We've become a bedroom community to Toronto. We've diversified more. There's other industries here in the area and stuff like that. But we've always been known as, General Motors. And that's because the man who was president of the Canadian branch of General Motors, Colonel Sam McLaughlin, was a resident of Oshawa. And he was a very, very rich man. And during the 1930s, during the Depression, he built an estate. Actually, I think the estate was actually built before the 1930s, but he did a lot of renovations and additions to it so he could employ local people to work there during the Depression. And it's in the center of Oshawa, pretty much. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, and you would never know you're in the center of Oshawa when you walk into the grounds because of the way that it has been gardened and landscaped and everything like that. Now, this house is very famous, and you probably have seen it and didn't know you've seen it. It's called Parkwood, and it's been in many, many, many movies and television productions across North America.
Probably one of the latest ones that they did was The Handmaid's Tale. Part of season 3 was shot there.
Yeah.
So,
but there's been a lot of movies and things like that, and it is a tourist attraction. When we could go out and things like that, I think it was 2 summers ago, summer before COVID, whenever that was, we went, and they have a big reflecting pool, huge big reflecting pool, and at the end of it is sort of they called it, I think, the pool house, but it's a little bit grander than that, and they set up a place where you can have lunch. A simple lunch, like sandwiches and salads and stuff like that. And I think it was licensed last time we were there, which was kind of nice.
No, last time we were, it wasn't licensed. Time before that,
it was. Okay. Yeah. And they have high tea as well, but you have to book that in advance. But it's a very nice setting. But I've been to this house many times over the years for the tours and stuff, because I'm always fascinated by the history of it and whatnot. So I thought we'd show you some pictures of what this is that we're talking about. So I am now going to try and see if my technology is going to work for me. So I am going to switch over here in just a second to a slideshow that I have. I'm just put that on pause, back it up. Back up. Back up. Okay, and I'm going to try and switch over, and I hope you'll be able to see and hear what I am seeing and hearing. And here we go.
Should we see it?
Yeah. Nope. Just be quiet for a second. So, I just stopped it. Could you see anything? Oh, I can't see the thing here. Okay, just a second. This is the problem with the multiple screens. Okay, did any of you guys see? I just started and I stopped it again. Did you see any of the slides or hear anything?
No.
No. Okay, let's try it again then. I'm going to pull this one down here for now. Okay, go over here, Parkwood. It's set right for that. Okay, let's try it again and see what happens. No, it's not coming up yet. Okay.
Next week.
No, I know what's going on. Okay. Wait, how do I get that? Won't let me move the screen. Okay, well, that's not going to work. I thought I'd give it another shot, but nope. I'll bring us back on here. Yep. Okay, we're back. I don't know. Okay. Well, I'll just have thanks for your patience, everybody. But it figures. Now I've got the wrong stuff up here, so I can't see you guys. What you're saying. Oh, give me a break. Okay, there we are. Okay, I tried. Such is technology. That's for sure. Might be another way to show that to you next week. I don't know if I figured it out. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So anyways, if you guys have some suggestions, please give us some suggestions as
It
to...
would have been nice if we could have saw the slideshow, but like, I mean, until we get that worked out.
I don't know why we're not seeing it.
Just
I
leave
got
it.
it.
Just leave it because
okay.
people are getting bored.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, well, that's about it. That's our
Okay,
time.
that's
We
it
wasted
for
it on
today.
technical rehearsal. Yeah, great. Fine with it all. So sorry about that, guys. But anyways, please send us some topics. We need stuff to talk about. Or suggestions from you. Things where we're not going to use OBS, I guess, from it. So anyways, I hope everybody has a good week. Are we frozen? No, we're just not moving.
No, we're
Oh,
fine.
it's up here on that. I'm watching that. Okay, that's the actual thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody take care. My vlog will be up tomorrow. I've got some things to show you on that. I've got some things on Idiot Quilter to show you. And at the end of the week, we will be putting up So Chatty number 4, which is going to be all about the Janome Skyline S7. Do you need to kick the stuff under my desk? Thank you very much. So, see you all later. Bye-bye for now.
Yep. Bye-bye.